I am officially a terrible YouTuber. Apparently, I keep thinking that I can do this, but I'm terrible at the upkeep. I'm sorry, guys. Today, we are updating through 17 weeks, so join on in and let's talk about it. I apparently am so bad at this, I don't know exactly where to look. So if I'm like, you'll get used to it. So, last I was 10 weeks. And I was talking about the bleeding. And I was talking about how scary that is. Well, I went in and I had an ultrasound and we saw the baby moving and we saw the baby kicking and the baby is awesome, unlike my hair. I went and met with my new doctor. So I'm just going to kind of like do all of the things. I'm not going to go week by week because it's been 7 weeks. And I'm sorry I didn't keep good accounting of what happened each week. But general overall, I met my new doctor. I have a new OBGYN because mine decided to move across the country. That's not fun. My new doctor is amazing. I love her. She's very much of the same style, very hands-off, which I appreciate because I don't need a lot of intervention when it comes to pregnancy. When I did do my intake, though, I was a little bit upset because according to the BMI index, which I personally think is a load of crock, I am obese. And if your BMI is obese, according to this clinic, you are required to do a glucose test. I knew you had to do a glucose test at like 28 weeks, but apparently you had to do another one. So I had to do it, and because I said I've given birth to big babies. And what? I've never had glucose problems ever. So my intake appointment took an hour and a half longer than expected because I had to sit there for an hour after I drank the nasty glucose medicine. But I passed with flying colors. Shocker there. Other than that, I love the doctor's office. I did get to meet with the dietitian because I have said before that I am very weight conscious. I've worked very hard to get to a healthy weight, and I was still in the process of losing when I got pregnant. And so that is something that I wanted to stay on top of and make sure that I was maintaining enough calories, but definitely not cutting calories too much. So I met with the dietitian. And that's going well. My diet seems to be doing well. My heartburn has kicked back in, and I have noticed that I think it's mainly because I've been eating healthy that I'm having a hard time with certain foods. So generally, if I eat a whole clean diet, kind of the Whole30 style, I feel way better than if I eat processed. I was having a hard time with yogurt for a while. I just stopped eating yogurt, and I don't know if that was pregnancy that was making me nauseous, or the yogurt that was making me nauseous, or the dairy. I don't know, but I just stopped it for a while. I may try it again. Let me see. Mom life. Kid had to interrupt everything. So food has been okay. As of my first 2 appointments, I hadn't gained any weight, which was kind of my goal. My goal is to not really gain a whole bunch. Obviously, I know that is inevitable and that healthy weight gain is a good thing. You know, baby has to gain weight, but I don't want to gain any extra. I got myself a new Fitbit to try to help encourage me to continue moving and shaking and baking this little baby. Let's see. There hasn't been any more bleeding scares, thankfully, because that was really scary. I'm definitely starting to show some, not like huge, for being 17 weeks. There's definitely a bit of a belly. I can feel it. I notice it. It's not as big as, obviously, when I was pregnant with the twins, my surrogate twins. And I am going into this pregnancy much lighter than I was with my daughter. So I'm not as big as I was with her either. But I feel the differences, and I think it's mainly because I work so hard to get smaller and to tone down. I haven't really got back to working out. That is something that I'm actually starting back on today. After this bleeding scare, I just really took things really, really easy. I've been doing like walking, and I've been doing a lot of yard work. We've had some really good weather recently, so I've been doing quite a bit of yard work. Working up a good sweat, but God, I'm just itchy right now. Allergies, they're awesome. But I'm getting back on working out, a nice light routine, because that's healthiest for me, it's healthiest for the baby, and that'll help make sure that my weight stays under control. The baby is moving. I definitely feel the baby moving. I felt it move a couple weeks ago, like a little bit here and there. Oh my gosh, my nose is so itchy. I feel like a drug addict. I swear to God, I'm not. The baby is moving. At first, it was just like every once in a while I would feel a little kick here and there. Now, generally daily, I feel the baby kick. It will kick right really, really low, like on my pants line. Or like if I'm, like mainly if I'm bending over. I don't think the baby really likes being squished. So it kicks and lets me know. But it is a nice reassurance to feel that. The baby's parents will be here for the ultrasound and the gender reveal in just a couple weeks, so that's exciting. Other than that, like, I've been feeling really good. Life has been going really good. Been talking and figuring out when the parents are going to be here for the birth, how long they're going to be here for, like how all that's going to work. Are we going to do breast milk? Are we not going to do breast milk? Or are they? I'm deciding if I want to pump for a milk bank and donate. So there's lots of different things, like kind of starting to look into the future. But overall, pregnancy is going really good. I think that's why I haven't really felt the need to update, because there hasn't really been a whole lot. But I know when I was pregnant that I wanted to watch other people's updates. So as of right now, the baby is the size of a slingshot or a sweet potato, so about 5.5 inches long. I do get the little weekly updates, and it is fun to see how all that is progressing. And I did finally take a picture of my belly just so I can start the progression. So I will insert that here. And I'm still working on my editing skills, so I'm sure this fade in and out looks really awesome. I can't really think of anything else. Of course, if you guys have any questions, like surrogacy questions, intended parent questions, I can't and I won't release the information of where the parents are from as part of the contract, or really any information about them other than the fact that they're awesome parents. Yeah, I want to hear from you. What do you guys want to know? I've heard some people ask questions about what my daughter thinks, so I thought about doing an interview with her. Let me know if you think that would be good. If you want to know what my 7-year-old thinks of me being a surrogate. A lot of people have thoughts and feelings about that, and it's only fair for her to speak for herself. Other than that, I really do thank you guys. I'm sorry for the 7-week delay, but I appreciate your patience, and I will talk to you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel, with our 18-week update. Have a good night, guys.